Okay, this is Jimmy Lee Boggs recording from the Whataburger on Thomas Street. Now, I decided to share with you what's going on as far as my day goes. And what's interesting is that Whataburger has a great biscuits and gravy. It's a great purchase opportunity for under $5. It's real good. The time here in Phoenix, Arizona is 4:21. The seasonings and the sensations of this fine biscuits and gravy is just so wonderful. So, I'll be recording a song today, if all goes well. The reason I'm not going on live on YouTube is if you see the previous two test recordings, you see that somebody's scrambling the signal now. They just press a button and go rant, and for reasons that I can only assume that the Republicans are going to lose. They're going to lose the midterm so bad, and then here, let me turn my mic around so it doesn't look so penile. Also, they're going to lose a general election horribly. I mean, wonderfully for everybody in the world, but they're going to lose horribly. So if you express any views opposite of the civil war that they're planning on, then they scramble your signal. What can I say? So anyhow, I mean, I said it already, I guess. So, yeah, I'm planning on recording a song dedicated to Governor Ann Surrey of Phoenix, Arizona. She's heading up the movement to get ICE out of this city and out of the state and out of the country. She's surprise, I guess, is on a standstill because of some technicality of people dying. So the song I'm planning on recording is "Here's a Sorry for Ya." But it's truly heartfelt, Every word I wrote in that song is meaningful and is in dedication to Clarence Thomas's wife, Jin. So, as you know, Jenny was instrumental in the insurrection. So, Mr. Thomas, have fun with that. So my song is called "Here's a Sorry for Ya." I gotta say, the atmosphere here at Whataburger is just splendid. The company was founded in the 50s. The instrumental founder had a tragic plane crash, and the wife maintained the franchise to what it is today. Open 24 hours. I'm at the Thomas location if you'd like to talk. And located just east of Wally Mart. So my song, "Here's an Ann Sorry for You," is going to be really good. Here's what I plan on doing with it. I practiced it to the point where it's almost like a Broadway type song. I thought, man, I got to just keep refining this until it's a dance club song or a club dance song or a dance song. And finally I realized, it isn't a dance song. It's sort of a free-form, whimsical statement of sort of on the vein of a Broadway play. So now I got to figure out how to play the drums. Should I make it like a symphonic drum setting like I did with Last Kiss or First Kiss? Should I give it a dance drum beat like I did on If You Don't Give It Up, or no, it's called Give It Up, or what's it called? Give It Up, I think. And I use that as inspiration as to people that say, "Give it up, Jimmy," and just get out of here. Quit doing what you're doing. Give it up. So I always say, no. This is what I was put on the planet for, Janet. So it's 4:25. My song, one thing I just got to say, it's a great thing. They give free coffee to the military and the veterans that have served. But they only make it at 5 a.m. And if you're used to being in the military, you're always up at 2 a.m. So, what are you going to say? Pay for your coffee, I guess. But anyhow, senior citizens get the same privilege. I guess if you live long enough, you get that privilege too. But like I said, senior citizens, man, they're awake. They don't want to waste life at this age. They're going, are you kidding me? 4 hours of sleep is all I need. I want to live life while I still am living. That's a senior citizen attitude. So, but I don't mind. It's only with the senior citizen discount 89 cents at McDonald's. Okay, here's a sorry for you. But all kidding aside, I do an homage to Boogie Shoes, and I had it just plummet into my mind. This wonderful idea of recording the corny horn sounds that are in Boogie Shoes. Da, 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 da. I think they may be real horns, because Casey and the Sunshine Band was that way. So, but they sound canned and recorded and sampled. But that was the recording techniques of the 70s. They did their best. But I'm going to recreate that horn sound during the bridge of Here's a Sorry For Ya. And sorry. Now, almost sound like a code word for a Proud Boy. Now. The reason I'm recording this is because, like I said, they're scrambling the signal on YouTube. If you mention that Katie Hobbs is going to win again, if you mention that Chris Mays is going to win again, that Mark Kelly's going to win again, and who else is running? Anybody that's running this Democrat, like I said, it's going to be a landslide in the November midterms. And if you mention anything like that, they start going, we're not going to let this signal go around the world. Can't have that. So we're going to scramble it and make it to where people don't want to listen. So now I'm recording on Motive audio, visual, video, and I'll have to upload it on my YouTube channel after mixing it with some cool special effects. And actually, it's just live streaming, and I'll put beginning Jimmy Lee Boggs Productions and the very end Sedition Records logo. So I guess it's a little bit more professional. But even still, I'd rather go live because that's the most exciting element. When what you say is heard all the way around the world, instantaneous through the miracles of YouTube. That's what I enjoy. But, they're scrambling the signal. I don't know why. I guess they don't want to cry in their beer. I don't know. Which reminds me. That sound, even though I've got earphones on, I can hear that sound. That reminds me of my days of working at McDonald's during my high school years at the age of 17. And with beeps, beep, 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 that would be time to flip the burger. Then it would beep again, and that's when you take the burger off the grill and set it on the bun. Then you take the 3-hole shooter, and it's ketchup. I think they had ketchup and mustard in the same container, and you just press on the different buttons, and I would always screw up and do one of... Anyhow, I think that was an innovation that they had, where you could have the ketchup and mustard on the same thing, and you go... And then you got ketchup and mustard. Put on 2 pickles... cheese if it's a cheeseburger. Actually, you put the cheese on the meat. No, you put it on the bun. Then the meat sears the cheese as you put on the hottest side on the cheese. Yeah, I remember that. And lettuce if it's a Big Mac. Special sauce. So I've got skills. I can make Big Macs. I can make hamburgers. I knew how to grill McChickens, chicken McNuggets, sundaes, fill the caramel, I mean back then it was caramel, dispenser with funny kind of hot fudge stuff. And what else did I do for that wonderful franchise? That was the day I took my first activist stand, because they did not give me a nickel raise when it was time for everyone to get their 6-month raises. So I actually put on a suit. I said, well, if I'm going to meet the owner of this franchise, I'm going to wear a suit. So it was a corduroy suit, brown, the one that I wore when I graduated from high school. You know, a one-suit sort of guy, I guess. And I walked in that, I made an appointment. I said, I want to meet you because I want to talk about why I did not get my 5-cent raise. So, was early, of course. He walked me into his office, showed me a stack of papers saying, Jim, look at this stack of papers. This is all the complaints we get here at McDonald's because they're not making their food right. And, you know, I'm silly me. I'm going, wow, that's a lot of mistakes. And I should have asked him, did all those have my name on them? So I didn't get the 5-cent raise. But you know, he just was older than me and out-talked me. But at least I looked good when he denied me that 5-cent raise. How much was I getting at that time? $4.15 an hour, $6.15. I think it was $7 an hour. Bank of America started me at $9 an hour 20 years later. So you kind of see where this is trending, don't you? Or where it's trended. Here's an Ansari for you. Yeah, I made $7 an hour at McDonald's in 1982. In Bank of America in 2001, paid me $9 an hour. In South Dakota, their minimum wage is $5 an hour. Today. Try to live in South Dakota, believe me. I think they're all here in Phoenix working for ICE now, to be honest. But anyhow. So my song, Here's an Ansari for You, will be recorded this afternoon. And my typical day, I wake up at 2 a.m., 1:30 a.m., do some studying, meditation, work out at Planet Fitness, and then begin the day. The good news is that today's going to be a very special day because I plan on recording pianos, drums, horns, vocals, and I'm going to go along the Broadway vein of this song. And Frank Lloyd Webber and Hammerstein, keep this in mind because I'm recording a lot of songs that can be used in a musical, and I like dancing, so keep that in mind. And I think I've got a lot of songs that would work for a musical. But I like dancing, so it has to be a musical dance song. Anyhow, a dance musical. How's that? So, lastly, I'm not done with this biscuits and gravy. So once I'm done with this, then live stream ends, or it's a recording, because everything I say that is not pro-Republican gets scrambled. Oh, here's my prediction: Fox, those whores, will shift over to the Democrat side once they see that's the winning ticket, because they're always after the ratings, and once they see they're not getting the ratings with the Republicans, they'll switch over like a whore over to the Democrats, and by golly, what do you got? Syphilisism. Yeah! If I had I do have it. The sound effects. Okay, get the rim shot, Jimmy. That's worth repeating, isn't it? Where's the rim shot? Rim shot. Gee, I can't see it. Where's the rim shot? I'm looking intensely at my phone. Oh, here it is. Okay, there we are. So, believe me, Fox, they're just a bunch of whores, that channel, along with Sky, because they want the ratings. And once they see the Democrats are the ones getting the ratings, oh, shit, they'll be saying, President Obama was the greatest president since Eisenhower. You know, they'll be saying that Clinton was framed. They'll turn their story completely around, because that's the media for you. Thank you very much. Where's that rim shot? Rare. So believe me, it'll all shift. The Democrats will win in a landslide in the midterms. Sorry. You know, I don't like that either. The media going to one side or the other. And I'm not all for that, to be honest. I like a PBS sort of approach where they're neutral and they just say the facts like Walter Cronkite would. So, do you think I want them whores Fox on our side? Hell no. But they will, because they want the ratings. That's the media for you. Oh, let's get the rim shot going again. So anyhow, that's just the facts, Jax. So, the song is called Here's a Sorry For You. I've got it pretty good. Like I said, I can only do it in the style of Broadway at this point. I can't turn it into a Madonna or a Lady Gaga song. I tried. I did try. But we're almost done with this biscuits and gravy. It's remarkable. Great opportunity for those on a budget. 4th of July is coming up. Thank God for the veterans. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a 4th of July. So this biscuits and gravy has been devoured at the Whataburger on Thomas Street. Wonderful location. Great franchise. It's just a nice place to be in the middle of the night here in Phoenix, Arizona, because the town is still asleep.